How's the Wolfpack doing today? I'm excited to bring you guys the first stub making method on MLB The Show. Let's get started. In this video, I will be breaking down how I made 50k stubs in less than an hour. I hope this video helps you build your all-star squad. And if it does help, be sure to give it a thumbs up and go ahead and ring that bell so you never miss another video here on the channel. First, I want to talk about some housekeeping items. First, you will see footage of me going ahead and making the stubs, and you also see a stopwatch. I did this because I've seen other YouTubers, they'll talk about how great a method is. They'll say, oh yeah, I made 200k in an hour, and then you go ahead and try the same method and you make like 30k. So I just want you guys to know that I'm a man of integrity. Now, one thing to note, I will be changing the speed to 10 times speed, which is super fast, but I just don't want you guys to be bored of me watching me basically do the same process over and over again. It's more to help you guys have confidence in the method. Don't worry, you'll also have me narrating exactly what I'm doing during the method. Again, I just wanted to break down the few different components that you'll be seeing on screen so you guys understand exactly what it all means. So you got the stopwatch and the footage. They'll be super fast, times 10 speed. Then you'll have me just narrating what I'm doing. I hope you guys forgive me. I find it pretty hard to multitask in these videos. I was trying to both narrate what I was doing and do the method at the same time, but I'm just not that talented yet, to be honest. Multitasking isn't really my thing. So I hope you guys forgive me by how many stubs you make using the tips in this video. And as I said before, I hope you guys find this helpful. Be sure to let me know if it was. I first began by clearing out my item binder because it's a little bit difficult to tell how many stubs you made if you don't know how many stubs you had to begin. I started out this video with 226,000 stubs. For those of you who are new to the show, there's a bread and butter method for making stubs. There's an inherent gap between the buy now price and the sell now price, and we're able to capitalize that to make stub. Now, one important thing to note, there is a 10% tax on all sales. Therefore, you have to make sure that that gap or spread is wide enough so after tax, you're still able to make stub. Now, I found this gap or margin to be most fruitful with the perk item. That's not to say that you can't do this with players or equipment, and I actually encourage you to go ahead and search the marketplace for your own best margins, because inherently when someone sees this video, that might tighten the margins on the perks. But again, I'm a pretty small channel. In the big scheme of things, I hope to get bigger, but I don't think me talking about the perk method in this video is going to change the market that drastically. That's mainly because there are so many different perks, and that we will get into why that's an important part. But just for now, know that there are a lot of different perks with a very large margin. So again, I am confident that with this video, this will still stay a profitable method. So the goal here is to look at the buy now price and the sell now price. And what you'll be doing is placing a buy order for one stub more than the current highest buy order. That's basically overcutting the other competition. And once that buy order is fulfilled, you'll go ahead and undercut the lowest sell order by one stub. So you're overcutting the buy order by one, so you get it, and then you're undercutting the sell order by one. Now, pro tip, do not bother with micromanaging these transactions. If someone undercuts you on the sell, just leave it. Chances are their order will be fulfilled and yours will probably get fulfilled too. And even if it doesn't, it's not a big deal. You can go ahead and just cancel it and relist it at a later time. Just don't waste time sitting there saying, oh, someone undercut me, and then just, it's a waste of time. Just don't go back and forth. Just set it and forget it. The name of the game with buying and selling perks is casting a super wide net. Basically, if it has a decent margin, go ahead and submit a buy order. Sure, there'll be ones where you have a big margin and ones that you have a smaller margin, but as long as you're making a profit, I just go for it, because chances are you're playing a numbers game. You're going to get your buy orders filled. You're going to go ahead and make those sell orders. So you're still making stubs either way. I wouldn't dread over like, oh, this one only makes 700 stubs, this one only makes 500. Just keep hitting it over and over again, and you'll be well on your way to making a killing doing this. One thing to note, I was at a little bit of a disadvantage in making this particular video than you guys will be using this method, because I had to make sure that I not only sold everything at the beginning of the video to know how many stubs I had before doing the method, but I also had to make sure that I sold everything before the end of the video, so I was able to report back on how many stubs I made. When you guys go ahead and do this, you don't really have to worry about tracking your margins. You can just keep buying and just keep selling and not really worry about it, because you know that you'll be making stubs and the exact number isn't super critical. But I'm a numbers guy and I want to be able to report to you guys exactly how much I'm making doing my method. One technique that I really enjoyed doing with this method was I would place buy orders for about 10 minutes. And then I like to take a 20-minute break so I could do something around the house, play some conquests, do some seasons games, just anything to pass the time while your buy orders are being filled. Then I'd come back and spend another 10 minutes listing the cards that I had bought and going ahead and placing more buy orders. I did about this rinse and repeat cycle for about 3 cycles over the course of this video, which led me to about an hour, which is how long the footage is. So after I went ahead and sold all of my perks that I had bought, I have 277,667 stubs. Almost a bad naughty number, but we were 1 stub above that. And so there you have it, 50k stubs in about 55 minutes if my stopwatch is correct. So pretty darn good, I would say, rate of return, especially with diamond prices being around 10 to 20k for most of them. You can easily go ahead and pick up a couple starters then in a couple of hours. So I do recognize that the market is a little bit tight right now. That's because people are just starting to get the game. They're trying to build their squads, and it's just tough to make a buck right now. But trust me, as the year goes on, those margins will loosen up a bit. They'll be a little bit healthier. But then again, you already have your team built because you used the tips in these videos. But that's about it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. Again, if this helps you build your squad, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. You guys have been doing great on these last 2 MLB The Show videos. Super happy. The XP and how to beat Conquest, you guys are killing it for me. I very much appreciate it, and I look forward to bringing you guys more content at least weekly, if not more than 1 time a week. I hope you guys have a great night. Thank you so much, and I'll catch you guys in the next episode.